If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. You fucking fuck off. Hey.
Just cash.
Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit, dog.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back. You already know what time it is. It's Just Cash. Joined, as always, by Underrated. What's good, man? How are you? It's Friday.
I'm good, man. Yesterday it was rainy and dark at my house where I'm at in California, Northern California. Today we got some sun. Today we got some fun games to talk about. I'm in a way better mood today, so I'm excited to get with it. How are you doing?
Doing really well. Same thing over here. We're getting ready for a nice little cold front, some showers, and then cold weather after that. So it'll be interesting to see how the weekend goes. But today we got a pretty busy day. I know the last 2 days have been kind of interesting with scarcity of props, and then yesterday was quite frustrating. They just kept adding the board and then taking it away, and then removing props and adjusting stuff. So a lot of moving stuff. Again, folks, it's the first week, so we're just going to hang tight. We're going to take a couple shots when opportunities present itself, and stay light. I cannot stress that enough. Stay light right now. We will have some absolute hammers. Felt like we had a pretty solid play last night. Locked in some good value and ended up bumping quite a bit. Shout out to Big Peterson, which we'll talk about and get to here in a little bit. But the bookies aren't really sure what they're doing right now. So, see, Donovan did bump. I mean, I knew that was going to
right
be
in front of you, right in front of your eyes there. We have it on record.
Yeah. You can still find him at 16.5 on the books, just a heads up. But yeah, so I mean, this, for example, the second that some kind of value pops up, it's just been kind of bumped around a little bit. And so we're just going to do the best that we can. And I'm sure this next week the books will get it straightened out and we'll have everything adjusted and set up accordingly. Because right now we're kind of getting props and then game lines after that. And then, they're pulling props after that to adjust them. So it's a little weird, making life difficult, but we'll figure it out. They'll get it together.
Yeah. And Q Donkey's here.
Hey, what's good, man? What's going on?
He's on Cam Corn again. Bald.
Yeah, man, we got them in the queue right now. Again, these aren't official plays, so just a heads up. If anything, again, light units. But yeah, I liked him, man. 25% usage this last game. Put up, what was it, 23 and 12. So the PR, I mean, it's only one assist. So if you want to go with the PR, I get that. But PRA looked pretty solid for him again. Only thing really just being, again, with most of these plays tonight, can the game stay close? Try to pick from some of the games that were within a reasonable spread. But again, early in the season, the books might be a little bit off on that. But I didn't mind him. And these are really just going to be the lean plays. So, I mean, Dent at 16.5. Bruce Orton, PRA, guy, he was one of our favorites last year. And then Phylon and Trevon play on Saturday. So that game should be a close one, and we'll kind of touch on that here in a little bit as well. But I do like Cameron tonight, and he plays, I believe, within the hour, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that just Prizepicks tripping out? Okay, that was just Prizepicks. I wasn't crazy. You saw whenever I said it earlier, this dude was counting down.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Martinelli, though, is going to be playing here soon. I like him. I just can't stomach that total. It was like a 130, which is pretty terrible for college. And he got there last game, but it was also in limited minutes. So I'll keep an eye on that. Coach is definitely going to bench these guys sooner than later. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're going to be talking about big Darren Peterson. Got a real debut game here, I feel, for the guy. 6'6", 205. I mean, the guy's just an absolute stud. On par to be, one of the most hyped freshmen for the season. Obviously, we had a lot of other big names in the mix too, but yeah, this guy's supposed to be the big thing for Kansas this year. So this is going to be, I think, honestly, his first real test last game only had to play reduced minutes, but still put in a lot of work. Only 22 minutes, put up 21 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, had 3 stocks to go along with that. So you'd love to see it, but hitting some of our, checking some of the boxes, if you will. Any player over 30% usage rating, love to see that. Minutes tonight in a competitive game should be looking a lot closer to 31, 32. I think, honestly, dude's going to go out and play 33 minutes tonight. Dare I say, coach is just going to turn him loose. Not a foul problem. I mean, the guy plays way out in space. Really good defender, obviously, with 3 stocks, but still keeps the hands to himself. So we do wield fast break points and opportunity on that end. And 3-point sniper for the team. Took a really high clip from beyond the arc. I mean, I wouldn't say this guy's got Steph Curry levels, but he definitely was taking some shots like way out from, the normal. Loves to create his own shot if he can help it, but that pick and roll action way out in space was just, really deadly. So I like the shot selection. Love to see the shot volume look a lot closer to, I got him down for 15 field goal attempts at least tonight. So pretty close to on par with that 18.5 points. Mixed bag shooter from the field, from the line. 2 free throws I wouldn't be that mad at, but looking for 3 or 4 attempts there tonight as well. And yeah, man, this is going to be the game. So give me the minutes, give me the production, give me just most of what we saw in the first game, and this guy's definitely going to live up to the hype.
There we go. So our only official play today, right?
Yeah. The only official one we are putting our stamp of approval on, just because we know, and really the biggest thing for early on in college basketball is just these, teams want to get their first and second wins or their home games, real easy. So they kind of load up the schedule early with that. We don't have that many competitive games. As you can see from today, this was really, for the props that we had stuff for, the only teams that were competitive. Now, granted, there's a handful of them, and we'll definitely have stuff to pick through. But it's just one of these, like, you got to take your, pick your battles here. The maybes and the could get theirs and stuff like that. If you want to spend money on it, cool. Go, 0.5 units, 0.1 units. Don't be afraid to play down. Hey, I'm not a man that won't play $10 and $15 bets. Like, just be smart with the bankroll, because it is early in the season. And we know these coaches sometimes, especially if the game gets out of control, they'll bench players at random, or players just will mentally check out. They just get real passive, and all they want to do is snag rebounds and pass the ball. So we've seen that before too. But this guy, going to be needed tonight. Love that total. The game is, 158 total. North Carolina, surprisingly, probably just from the home court, 1.5 point favorites. And yeah, man, the minutes tonight, I'm just excited to see what this guy looks like over 30 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what happens. The number 1 player going in actually a competitive game. It will be fun. Q Donkey got a bunch of plays for us to look at a little bit later. And Danny's here. What's up, Danny? He says, what do you think about Oregon versus Rice?
I mean, it could definitely stay a lot more competitive than what the books had. I know Oregon was a pretty massive favorite against Hawaii, and I swear they lucked out so hard to win against him. I mean, it was literally final seconds, lead change, hit a bucket, and then stopped them on. Well, I don't know if you want to say stopped them or they just missed the shot, but Hawaii definitely should have won that game. So 15.5-point favorites, maybe this is we could see a total bounce back from them, and they absolutely crush it, but pretty standard 145 total, 15.5-point favorites. Not really surprising there, mostly for the name value. Biddle, sorry, not Biddle. Nate the Great, yeah, Nate Biddle, sorry. He looked really good this last game. I mean, I will say him, and then the what was the guy that we played, the forward? Cannot think of that dude's name.
I don't remember. I don't remember either.
But, well, the problem with this team is, for one, they lacked three-point shooting. That was something that was really, really bad for them. You said that they went Kwame Evans. They only took 16 threes the whole game. And, I mean, that's
why did Evans only play 18 minutes?
Coach ended up having to get some more scoring power out of the backups, and they just kind of ran Biddle out there by himself.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, so one problem this team has, and it really showed in their first game, is, again, the three-point or the lack of three-point shooting. I mean, Nate's not a big three-point shooter. Kwame is definitely not a big three-point shooter. I'm honestly surprised he took 3 that game. But, I mean, you got Zero, Goose Egg here, Goose Egg from off all the forwards on the bench. So, you're not really getting much support. So, this team does struggle to catch up if they're not ahead. But they do play really good, like, game management. They're really good with the clock and stuff. So I like them to win. But, I mean, honestly, that first game was really bad. I mean, they struggled so bad in their first half. So hopefully they bounce back. I do have Oregon to win. By how much? I'm thinking maybe it's a little bit closer to 10 to 12 points. 15.5 is a bit generous. But going to need to see a little bit more offense firepower from the starting 5, though, because you can't have just one guy in double digits here. I mean, I guess you can count Nate with the free throws, but still, I mean, it's only 2 players.
Nate the Great. So I see the Georgetown game starts here early, 3 o'clock. So in 40 minutes. And I see Q Donkey said Malik Mack PRA. So maybe if you want to look at Mack for a minute before, since the game's first. What do you think about Mack today?
Man, I mean, from last year, if you were in the Discord, he was one of our players. We definitely went under on several times. He looked okay in the preseason. First game was pretty underwhelming, to be honest. His lines have also been all over the place today. We saw him all the way down at 11.5 points on Prizepicks earlier today. I mean, he was at 14.5 points on a book last night. So they really don't know exactly where to land on him. And I guess the PRA is kind of just right there in the middle. It hasn't really moved. But he is an RA getter. I mean, I did like that from him last year. He's definitely an RA getter. It's just the scoring, man. That is the only just unbelievably frustrating thing about this guy is some games, he'll put up about 15, 16 points like it's nothing. And
what are those last 2 games? Oh, that was last year?
Yeah, this was their do or die
That's
tournament
right.
situation.
That's right. And Sorber was hurt too, right? Didn't Sorber get hurt? Okay.
Yeah, he got hurt, and I think somebody else also got hurt at the end of the season. So
and Epps was out.
His minutes, and you can see he played all 40 minutes in both of those games.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I mean, he is definitely a guy who will go out and he will play all game. Like, I don't think minutes are at all the question. I like the RA. Don't get me wrong. I think even the 6.5 RA is very, very doable, but it's just the scoring, man. That's the only thing with this dude is you don't know what the scoring. So, with that being said, maybe even, dare I say, I was looking at the fantasy because the RA in the multiplier adds up, especially with the assists, and he looked pretty good in this first game. He had 4 assists, limited minutes. But that fantasy, he was definitely getting after that last season.
So who else do they have on their team that's going to score if he's not going to score?
I mean, it's really just, Matt, KJ Lewis, and then sprinkle in a little bit of Abrams, Williams, and I mean,
yeah,
It's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot. On the other side, I will say, small note, Miles Rice is going to be available today. He's a pretty reasonable defender. Probably you'll see a lot of him on the other side, but also coming off of missed the first game. Was his illness or an injury? Yeah, he had an ankle injury. So he could be a little bit slow on the step there.
Yeah. I think Matt can get there. I don't like playing him, but yeah, I could see it. They don't have anybody else, bro. I mean, at least who I think. I mean, he's one of the main guys, and his lines are low, so makes sense. He can fall into that.
Yeah, I mean, if I'll play damn near anybody who plays 35 minutes at 20 fantasy.
Right. In a competitive game today, so should be competitive. All right. Cool. Do we want to talk about Q Donkey's other plays, or do you want to talk about the plays? I think he has some that you have actually on there. Spillers we talked about. Darian Williams we were talking about. I guess they're not on your board there, but we were talking about him earlier. The only one he has here that we weren't talking about was Des White. What do you think about Des White points?
He was one of the later ads, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Oregon. I mean, honestly, I didn't mind him. If I had to pick between the two players, he looked a little bit better, but just another team that's just, it's a mid-level school. They went through almost a full rebuild this last year. I mean, Lake, same category for him. These are just kind of guys out there running minutes, but I don't know. If you got personal leans on that, definitely trust your gut there. But yeah, for me, I'm just gonna stay away from that.
All right, got a new name, Raj. What's up, bro? Welcome. He says Oregon State versus Illinois Chicago opinions. Do you have any opinion on Oregon State? And he says appreciate y'all, and that's what's up, bro. Appreciate you. Limited times 10 is here. What's up, guys? What's up, bro? Anything about Oregon State that you can say you care about there?
I mean,
or
nothing. Honestly, nothing too far over the top. I mean, these are two kind of same mid-level teams. They are favored, so I mean, 5.5 points is pretty generous. But if I had to pick, traditionally in a lot of these college situations for the money lines, at least going with the home team is the better option. But personally, if you got something on it or if you got a gut feeling about it, go with it. But I'm not going to have anything on that today, personally.
Okay. Alrighty then. Cam Corrin is our next favorite, right? At least interesting, I should say. I just need to figure out, and that's what Q Donkey says too. He liked his PR. I know he talked about it for a second. Are you going to go ahead and put something on him, or are we passing on him as far as an official? We're not doing it, right? Just Peterson.
Yeah, no official. I'll probably have some kind of little bit of money on him, if anything, just probably on Prizepicks here or something. His PR and PRA is pretty low. I mean, I love to see the rebounding upside. The scoring, probably closer on an average day, 12, 14 points, but the rebounding could definitely carry him over a lot. And I'm a little surprised to see he didn't get a single assist that first game. I think that's definitely something that is maybe a little bit more subject to change. But yeah, PRA, something like that for him today, totally fine. Might be a little bit closer to 30 minutes, so do keep that in the back of your head. But even last year, played a pretty reasonable amount of minutes. I mean, double-digit scoring the whole basically season. So as long as his minutes don't get cut down too bad, I mean, this guy should get there for us.
Now, tell me about, because we were looking at Malik Mack there, and we were like, well, who else do they have? Now, KJ Lewis was the other one that kind of came to us there, right? He's the next guy, or he's the main guy. I don't know. He's one of the guys. We're about to find out because it's the beginning of the season, but his line just popped up at 11.5. Does that interest you at all to at least look at, or is that nah?
I mean, it's a little interesting. They will have or will need somebody else to kind of support as far as shooting from the outside. He is not that guy, really, more of the mid-range. He did get a few more rebounds than expected, so I do like to see that. Kind of seemed like they were letting Mac work a little bit more as a point guard, and then KJ, as a shooting guard, small forward style.
Yeah. They're all
He's
kind
not
of. They're all
bad.
kind of. It's like we were saying with Coach. It's a bunch of third players, right? Playing on a team.
Yeah, and if you look at just one of the more recent usage games, it kind of sucks when there's only one guy who stands out with the most usage, but he played reduced minutes, and then the guy who played the most minutes kind of had the same usage rating as like three other people. So there's not like there's not a clear dominant stud that's leading the team, and then the guy that behind is closely right behind him. It's just like a bunch of guys all passing about the same amount, taking the same amount of shots. I mean, no one. Yes, I know somewhat of a blowout. The first half was not a blowout. I mean, Georgetown was actually almost losing at one point, but the shot volume, not a single player in double digits, like that's a little concerning.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and it's the beginning of the season. We got to see how coaches are going to play these players and all that. So. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't see any other props for Georgetown besides those two. So, all right, cool. Everything seems almost okay. It's just more watching than betting.
Yeah, you'd much rather be like, oh man, I was right about that, and he barely got there. Than oh man, I need this one last guy in my parlay, and he fucked me because he barely missed.
Yeah, fuck that. Okay.
You talked about Spiller briefly. I know we talked about it behind the scenes, but yeah, Trevon Spiller, I think he's totally fine. PR. If you want to play the fantasy, I mean, I get it. He had 4 stocks the first game. I wouldn't exactly expect that to be the same thing. 34.5 fantasy is a little bit on up there, but love the scoring upside for him. 14.5 points is solid, and I mean, he's been kind of a double threat. So don't sleep on the rebounds either.
All right. Wake Forest. I hear your dog drinking back there.
Do you? Thirsty boy.
Shit. Okay.
He woke up from his after dinner nap.
Must have been secondhand smoke over there. Got him thirsty. Okay. So that's about it. Besides Darian Williams, I don't think you talked about him. And then whatever plays you got there on your board that you like. Ooh, Phylon, I see.
Yeah. Phylon and Trevon, these are two interesting ones. We'll segue to that here in just a second. The other game I really had interest in, if it stays close, we know Bruce Thornton was one of our rock stars last year. We played him an unbelievable amount. PRA, still love it. I mean, the guy's shooting the ball. He's racking up the RA, still leading with the playmaking and handles and stuff. And his wingman as well, I'll say Big Mobley Jr., who actually picked up the assist and playmaking in his most recent game too. So I do like to see that. But we know he's a 3-point shooter, played really well for them last year whenever he got the start. 16.5 PA is pretty low for him, I would say. So consideration for both of them, again, if the game stays close, but it's a 20-something point spread. So do with that what you will. And then, what was the other one? Last one. Oh, yeah. Last one, I will say, definitely worried about this game staying close, but the big Riddler, man, this dude has been just an absolute stud so far. Preseason, played really, really, really well. I mean, bro's pushing a double-double like every single game. His lines are low for obvious reasons. The spread's a bit on up there. It's almost 30 points, but this dude can get it done in the first half. I mean, last game he was over almost in the entire first half, so I like him. Just a little personal lean there.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, but honestly, everything else is just kind of close your eyes, close your eyes, dart throw, and hope something sticks.
KJ Lewis just bumped to 12.5. That was quick.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But that's okay. I mean, hey, this is where we're going to sit back and watch, and it's a lot easier for us whenever they have their stuff together, and we can go ahead and just, official it and have all of our research across the board done.
Caleb Williams, 6 points. Have fun with that one. Who's betting that?
Yeah, I saw that. Especially with the last three being green.
People
are
are
like, oh my God.
That's why they did it. Yeah. There you go.
So, I mean, we'll briefly touch on this Alabama game because this is going to be for tomorrow. So do keep that in mind. It's on Saturday. Phylon, we know Mark Sears left Alabama, so he is the guy. And they lost their two bigs on the team as well. So Phylon looked really great the first game, played in slightly reduced minutes. So this game should be a lot more luster for that. But ended up with, I believe, 7 assists in that first game, 15 points.
What's his PRA? Let's look.
24.5. Come on.
Oh, Phylon.
Oh, he had 22 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. So yeah, PRA, either one of those. Should be a really competitive game. I mean, I'm really surprised that Coach still kept him out there for 31 minutes in almost a 30-point blowout. But this game going to be a lot more close, and I think he's going to be needed way more than that. So 27% usage, man, that's hard to ignore. That's really hard to ignore. I know he burned us a few times last year, but he was good to us in those few games that Mark Sears was out.
Yeah, he was okay. I mean, he faltered a few times, I do remember, though, too. I wasn't 100% sold.
The game that he pissed off the coach and he benched him the whole second half, yeah, he hurt us bad that day.
There was a time last year where he wasn't even starting, I remember, for a while. And the coach, maybe it was from then on. Not sure.
Yep, he got benched right here. This was the day, or no. Yeah, it was this day. He didn't play almost the entire second half. And then he came off the bench, played a pretty solid game, and then it took him almost that whole time where he finally started getting minutes and coach played him, and then he moved back in the starters for the rest of the season.
And still
the rest of the season, yeah. But I bet some of these are, Mark Sears games.
But remember Mark Sears had that time when he wasn't doing anything either. I want to say those are some of those days, and he still didn't come through. And then Holloway and some other randoms. I guess Holloway's there still now, but a couple of the other players were scoring for Alabama last year.
Speaking of Holloway, actually, they have a couple of Q tags for tomorrow. Holloway actually being one of them. This is last year's lineup. Yeah, they have a Q tag on Holloway and somebody else. There's like 3 people injured for Bama. Bro, my internet's doing this thing again. I'm going to lose my mind.
Don't lose your mind. We need that.
Or is this RotoWire? They were actually having issues yesterday.
I'm on RotoWire. It's moving. Sorry.
Is it?
Sorry to let you know. Yeah, I'm looking at Alabama and North Dakota right now. And
okay, yeah.
It's weird that isn't it crazy they played him 31 minutes in a game where they're up 30? Did they go up 30 at the end? Is that why? Was it closer, or did they just play him just to play him? Looks like it was a 16-point lead at halftime. Maybe they kept it close until the very end, and that's why he played more minutes. 31 minutes in a blowout is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Which is another reason why I'm like, man, maybe coach really trusts him. And it could be a product also, with Holloway. I believe he missed his first game as well. So we will definitely keep an eye out for that. If Holloway's out, I will 100% like this, PRA, PA, whatever prop for him.
Yeah. Makes sense. He's going to do too much for that low of a line. He's not.
Yeah, I think so, honestly.
Yeah. He's not my favorite player, but maybe he will become it this season. And if the lines are going to be that low, I can get behind that, I guess.
I'm not mad at it.
He just pissed me off. He did not piss me off, but he underwhelmed last year a lot. So hopefully he'll turn the corner here this season.
I think so, man, honestly. And then on the other side of it, Big Trevon. I mean, I think personally his line is a touch low right now. He looked great last year whenever he moved into the starters and coach actually gave him minutes. You can see in most of the season, this was all coming off the bench. But here, whenever he finally moved in, I mean, these numbers took a massive step forward. So last couple games of the season, obviously Texas Tech going up against Big Toppin. He got his shit pushed in and absolutely shut down there. But oh, dude, this is a brute. I didn't even realize they had such a brutal end of the season. So he had Zuby and then Toppin. Oh, no wonder he did terrible these 2 games. But still, 36 minutes, 30 minutes, 36 minutes.
And
I'm
then-
not mad at that.
What do you think he's going to do today?
Oh, bro, he looked even better in that first game, man. I mean, he was somebody, again, I was super high on last year to close the season out. But, I mean, first game put up 25 points, 11 rebounds. So, I mean, and not something that, I've never seen this before. Like, no, we saw a lot of rebounding at the end of last year. So this is, personally, I'm surprised he's at 6.5 rebounds. This is definitely going to 7.5 sooner than later. But I love the PR upside for this dude, and keep an eye out for his his fantasy as well, because this dude is also a stock machine.
Damn, you love this guy.
Bro, he was so fun last year. I mean, he absolutely made me money from like here on all the way through here. Like this 4-game stretch, just absolute free as air.
And they got him at what? 19.5 PRA? No way.
Yeah, 19.5, and I'm thinking his fantasy is going to be like 23.5, 24.5 tops.
Why is it so low? What, did they have his prop last game or no? Because it was a shitty team.
Yeah, he was 17.5 last game, which was way too low as well. Only 10.5 points, so that only moved up by 1.
How are you seeing that?
I played him last game.
Oh, you just remember. Okay. I thought you were looking at it on there. I was like, what? They have the ones from last time somewhere? Oh, okay. I didn't realize they had his props last game. That's pretty cool. And then this game is, what's the spread on this game?
It is 5.
Oh.
No, hold on.
No,
this
that's
is
not the
1.5 and a 154 total.
Wow. Why didn't we talk about this more today?
They literally dropped like 5 minutes before we got on.
Oh, there we go then. There we go. Yeah, that looks amazing. That looks way too low. Now, Michigan State's defense, I want to say, we have to look into that. I guess that's the last little thing to check out, or most of the check out, because his line sounds way too low. Maybe it's just because they had it so low last game and they were like, well, we can't take it from here to here just because he did so well. So they're gradually moving it up. You know how they move it up slow sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's weird it's so low.
Yeah, my internet is crapping out on me right now.
I think it is. No, right when you said that, I was going to say, I think it is RotoWire. Mine started to get slow right after that, too.
Okay, at least I don't feel bad.
Yeah, I think it's that. Everyone's on there now. They're like, fuck.
But yeah, man, I mean, honestly, I like this guy quite a bit. They also run him a little bit more as like the traditional center too. Their other guy, Nick Pringle, we remember him with Colin CMB last year. He was his wingman. Pretty much the same role. I mean, dude's a rebounder, kind of scores a little bit here and there. And then he trades off with Ewan on the bench. He was a Florida State guy we played a little bit off and on last year. But I like the scoring upside from him, man. And, I mean, one thing also is Bama actually has some pretty sizable forwards this year. They have, I believe, 2 guys that are 6'10", and then a guy that's 6'8". Pretty beefy boys. So I think he's going to be needed out there to match up with at least one of the guys on the other side for minutes. So, yeah, man. And just love that field goal volume for him. Just looks great.
Pretty low. That's something to look into for sure. Okay, cool. So we got that. That's interesting. Now Malik Thomas is the other guy on that team that played 29 minutes and 21 points, I see.
Yeah, he off the bench, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the
It
new
looks like
Curtis
he's.
Jones or what?
I think so. Honestly, I mean, bro, I cannot believe how loaded Arkansas is. This team is not getting any respect. I didn't even realize, like I said earlier, that they picked up 2 of those bench guys. I mean, this team is like for real the shit. I mean, bro, if they don't win the SEC championship this year, I would be just completely shocked.
Hey, KJ Lewis just bumped to 13.5.
Did he?
Yeah, that quick. I just keep getting notifications. It's at 11.5 about 20 minutes ago, 12.5, 10 minutes ago, and 13.5 now. Funny. College stuff moves quick. I think it's well, part of it has to be that it just moves with less money. So I think there's more people betting on stuff that they weren't ready for that starts the season. I mean, people are just excited for college basketball, so they want to bet. Like, yeah, he's going to be good. Watch, I'm going to put money on it. But really, if you're trying to make money, and you don't know the teams and players that well, it's good to just learn right now. Remember, we were doing really good last year when we started, knowing the teams and the rotations and etc.
Yeah, it makes it easier, especially when we know there's a line that should be way higher or lower than it is.
Yeah.
I'm not honestly not too afraid of this Michigan State front court. I mean, these guys aren't like super big or anything like that. They only have one guy that's 6'10" to match with him. And then Chris Pringle, old Pringle on the other side. I mean, Jackson Kohler probably will end up taking him, and then maybe Cooper takes Brazil, but I don't know, man. They're not going to be able to throw doubles at him. I mean, Arkansas has way too many shooters to space the floor, which I will say that was something that Michigan State was really, really good at last year. They were limiting three-pointers to like almost nothing, and did have a few guys return. So, I mean, maybe that holds up again this year, but I don't know, man. Picking on this front court could be a thing.
Okay. Well, we got all tonight to look at that and make that a official play tomorrow or tonight or something. That's interesting.
Yeah,
we got to see what coach thinks about it. What's up?
They're out here struggling against Colgate. Like, who is that? Who?
Yeah. It's one game, though, you know? Never know how things are going to play out here. We'll see. How's Gonzaga
You are
looking?
not wrong.
What's up with Gonzaga?
I mean, they got the big Micah Knights. Loved him last year.
Yeah.
Give me his props.
Yeah. We haven't got his props yet, have we?
No, not yet.
Bro, he was unstoppable in the tournament. Unstoppable.
Yeah, he's such a fun player.
Fuck. The coach gives him the minutes, man. Well, we'll see how the team works out, I guess. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, man, I think honestly that's going to be about it for today. We got this first game starting up here in 15 minutes. Is that right?
The Georgetown game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why it's moving. People are looking at that, ready to watch the game, and they want to put their bets in. Why do they wait so long to drop the plays, man? Damn. I think they're scared because I honestly think they are because people don't know about the players. And then some people do, though, and so the bookies probably don't even know a lot yet. So they don't want to give us the time to be able to go research and find the banger. Because there's, even if some of the games are blowouts, there's some, like you were saying, there's something in there that if we had time to go through every single player, we'd find some value. But, oh well.
Yeah. Well, we will keep locking in. I'm sure we'll find a lot more interesting plays moving forward. This next week looks a lot better, a lot more competitive games on the schedule. So we will have action very soon. Don't you worry.
Yes, sir. And Q Donkey, keep bringing the plays up, man. We were noticing your plays smacked yesterday, day before, whenever it was. So, hell yeah. Loving it.
Yes, sir. Love it. Love it. All right, Dan. Well, I believe on that note, we're going to get out of here. I know we kind of went through a little bit of the show early and maybe missed a few things here and there as far as our intro. But on the way out, if you guys do us a huge favor, make sure and hit that like button on the way out. And if you're not subscribed already, turn that in the noties on so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. We also dropped a video last night, so hopefully you guys caught it. Keep an eye out for those. Make sure to check out the Discord. Links in the description. We're still running a 7-day free trial, so come stop by, win some cash with us, and say what's up. But on that note, good luck tonight, everybody. We'll catch you guys here in the Discord shortly, and we'll see you back here later. Peace.